thanks for tuning in. My name is Tim, and I'm an avid snowboarder. I am currently attending Western Technical College in La Crosse, Wisconsin, and this video should help you understand how to wax your own snowboard so that you don't have to take it into the pro shop anymore to have somebody else do it for you. Alright, so to wax the snowboard, you're obviously going to need wax. These come in different temperatures. This is 25 to 39 degrees Fahrenheit. I used it in Colorado. It was about 50 degrees and it worked just fine. An iron. This is made specifically for snowboarding. It's flat on the bottom. Has a temperature gauge here for certain types of wax that you might use. Screwdriver to take your bindings off. They create tension on the bottom of your board, so if you take the bindings off, it'll just help you to get a little bit of smoother wax on the base. Scraper, wax scraper, highly recommended. Taking the wax off. I've tried without a wax scraper and it was a pain. As trivial as a wax scraper sounds, it's very helpful. And then these are optional. I use a brush at the end to clean off any excess wax. Helps to put little grooves in whatever's there to help the water slide through the end of your board. And then this Scotch-Brite pad, once again optional. I feel like it gives it a nice shine, helps your snowboard go just a little bit faster. So first thing first, we will take the bindings off and get this board a-waxing. Now before you start waxing your board, you're going to want to clean the base of it so that you don't trap any old dirt underneath your new wax job. You can buy cleaners at pro shops. I just use hot water and a white rag. That's really all you need. Make sure you get along the edges really well because that's usually where it gets dried out and the most dirty. Also, just as important is to dry it before you wax it. You definitely don't want to trap any water underneath your new wax job. Alright, so once you're ready to wax your board, you're going to want to make sure you heat your iron up to the proper temperature. Grab your wax. You hold your iron at an angle and then touch it with your wax, dripping the wax slowly on your board. I would start along the edges because that's the most dry, and then you zigzag back in between the middles to leave a consistent layer of wax on your board. And then the next step is you'll begin to rub the wax into your board. So the next step is to iron the wax into your board. Now the trick here is to keep the iron moving, spread the wax consistently. You don't want to stop and burn your board or burn the wax at all. So keep it going all the way through the end until you feel like there are no more dry spaces. And then you'll be able to check it over. And if you find any, you can always add a little bit more wax to those spots. So here we go. Alright, so we're here doing one of the last steps finally, which is scraping the wax off of your board. I usually go from the front to the back of my board, and I usually save the ends for last, but it's kind of just a preference thing, however you want to do it. Make sure you take your time. It's important to get all the wax off because this is one of the last steps before you take your board out to shred. So let's get this done. So here we are at the very end of the waxing process. If you have grooves in your board, if you're waxing an older board, you can buy a special tool or just use like the soft end of a pen to kind of push inside the grooves and push the wax out. Otherwise, you can use the brush. I go in the same direction that I go in when I was waxing. And then obviously after that, you are free to put your bindings on and ride your board. So I'm just going to brush this up a little bit, and then